Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you caught our hot, messy topics with Thea de Sosa because that is always a good one. I mean, that woman is a wealth of knowledge and it's always such a great mashup. Like, what a collaboration. I love having her on. Now, with that, we're not back to talk about that. We're talking about Page Six reporting the fact that they feel like they know what the fight was that happened on the 4th of July that led to this divorce from Aaron Phypers and Denise Richards. But on top of that, we just found out who Teddi Mellencamp's new man is. And now she's already calling it quits. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. So before we jump in, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and let's jump right in. All right, guys. So before we jump in, you're always asking me about my skincare, and I think that it's probably like the nicest compliment that I can get. But I just want to let you know that it's not like a secret. It is my Blue Mean Face Pro 2.0. So for all of you guys who are new to the Adams family, it's this little guy right here. With the press of a button, I can change the settings, and it uses little microcurrents, so you can hear. Sounds like a little massage, and they lift, illuminate, rejuvenate your skin, and they take the inflammation out, which is so nice. So I always take this when I'm traveling. I'm going to New York next week. It will be in my backpack. Yes, she goes everywhere. Normally $300. You can get her for $200 off at only $100 by clicking my link posted in the description, pinned in the comment section. And if you don't love it and it doesn't reduce your double chin, then you get 100% of your money back guaranteed. But let's get into this, shall we? All right. So apparently over the 4th of July weekend, Denise and Aaron had a mutual blowout, like this explosive verbal showdown that triggered delays in the reality show. It prompted Aaron to file for divorce on the following Monday. But like, what happened? Now, friends did describe the marriage as very toxic with a lot of ongoing fights and a lot of deep emotional exhaustion for Denise. But court documents revealed that Denise earns about $250,000 a month from OnlyFans, brand deals, TV, while Aaron reportedly earns nothing after shutting his wellness business down in 2024. So he emphasized that Denise earns and he spends. And apparently it's a costly lifestyle because he's saying that they spent around $105,000 a month, including $15,000 on dining, $20,000 on clothing, plus $10,000 on groceries, etc., etc. Um, if she is the breadwinner, and I even was talking to Thea about this on Hot Messy, like if she in fact is the breadwinner, why, how, what would prompt you to walk away from the bread? Like, who else are you going to get with? And I mean, he's an attractive guy, so they might be out there. I don't know. But who else are you really going to get with where you're going to become married to and they're going to provide you with this incredibly lavish lifestyle? I mean, I know he was with Nicole Sheridan before, but like, it does make me wonder, like, if you're not making any money, then where are you getting your money from? It sounds like he wants alimony. Well, he does because he is pursuing spousal support and also a stake in their production business, Smoke and Mirrors Entertainment, plus personal items like tools and his motorcycle. But sources did say that Denise is devastated, but she's also relieved, acknowledging that the marriage ended, but she is dreading this whole contentious like legal battle. And as far as her Bravo show, her spinoff, Denise Richards and Her Wild Things, it has been canceled. Some people think it's maybe a casualty of the divorce. However, I would look at it from the perspective, like if I were a producer, I would think like, well, let's pick up the cameras right now. I don't think that it's a casualty of the divorce. I think that it was because the ratings sucked. I thought that the show was not that great, to be honest with you guys. I didn't think that the show was going to have longevity. I thought that the show was just sort of their way to potentially fulfill a contract that she was already obligated to. And that was their way of kind of like coming full circle and making sure that they could be able to do that. Um, but no, I don't think it was canceled because of this divorce. So I'm just gonna say that. Gotta yell at the cat sometimes, you guys know. All right. So now moving on. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that Teddi Mellencamp and her producer boyfriend, Ricci Rea, they split after 1 month. So Teddi confirmed in June that she started dating TV producer Ricci. I don't know if it's Ricci, it's Ricci. I'm not quite sure, but she called him kind and said that the relationship was going very well. So Teddi, who we know is battling stage 4 cancer, decided that the relationship became too serious and she couldn't handle it and handle the stress, and the health demands made the timing really wrong for it. And I can see where that would be a possibility. But she emphasized that this man did nothing wrong and she praised him as very supportive. Listen, at the end of the day, girl has a lot on her plate. She has the relationship with her estranged husband. She has the relationship with her children. She has an incredibly successful podcast. I have my cat. I'm sorry. She has an incredibly successful podcast. She might be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which I'm kind of hoping that she is not. And she has a lot on her plate, plus her health. And when you are looking at your life through a different lens, like with stage 4 cancer, brain tumors, tumors on your lungs, and not knowing, like, are you going to make it through this? Are you not? What is the situation going to be? I do think that you look at it through a very different lens. And I think that you start to kind of realize I need to prioritize not only myself, my own mental well-being, but also my children. And I think that that's what she's doing. I have nothing negative to say to Teddi right now in this moment about this. You know, like I saw where she went on Two Teas in a Pod and people were giving her a lot of shit for dating and also fostering dogs or adopting a dog or something like that. And people were like, don't you think that you should be focusing on your own health and your children? And I'm like, well, you guys with that. Like, let the woman live. Let her do whatever she wants. If she wants to focus and foster animals or she wants to go date, like, who knows? Nobody knows what our clocks look like and when our lives are going to be over. So you get one, live it. Live it to the fullest. I agreed with Tamara when Tamara was like, these people, you could do whatever you want. Whatever makes you happy, go do it. I completely agree. But again, she did emphasize that he did nothing wrong. And she said he was very supportive. And she chose to fully focus and reset. And also, she wanted to focus on her treatment, you know, amid this whole battle with her brain and lung tumors, and also still divorcing Edwin. So as far as her possible future reunion, Teddi's podcast co-host Erica suggested that maybe they might resume treatment or dating when treatment and her health stabilize. And that could be a thing. You know, if the guy is good for her, listen, if somebody is meant to be in your life and something is meant to be, then that will come around full circle. Those moments do tend to come back to you. I don't think that I do think that timing plays a lot into a lot of these scenarios. I think that this was a timing issue because if he's treating her like a princess and, you know, he's really there for her and he's a great conversationalist and just supportive, it also takes a very strong person or like man, somebody to walk into a relationship knowing that you're like in and out of cancer treatments and you have this divorce, you're a public person, know that you cheated on your husband, know that you have all of these children, know that you have these jobs, know that you're under scrutiny, and you still want to be with that person. That to me says a lot about him. So I think it goes both ways, but I want to hear what you guys think. Also, again, don't forget to check out my link in the description, also in the comment section for my Blue Mean Face Pro 2.0. I love you guys. I want to hear all of your thoughts and pop off. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.